Did you know that most leading supplement manufacturers intentionally turn down small new brands, even the promising ones? They prefer huge guaranteed orders from known businesses, making your brand feel risky. So in this video, I'm going to draw from my 20 years of compliance experience in the supplement space to show you an easy, proven strategy to make the top tier manufacturers excited to partner with your brand. We're also going to show you how to identify the bad manufacturers and how to avoid them, as well as how to start your supplement manufacturer search. So let's get to it. If you're a new brand, you've got no sales history, right? You have no idea if anyone's going to buy your product, and I get it. The good manufacturers, the ones that you really want, are slammed with big accounts. They're not chasing your 500 unit order. But here's the thing, emerging brands can earn their way in if they show up prepared. Here's a secret from behind the scenes. Sales reps are polite, they're professional and smiling, but behind that friendly face, they're thinking, oh no, not another formula change. Or does this guy even understand our process? Or is she just shopping around for quotes? Will this person even come back with a second order? So how do I know this? Well, because they tell me. Texts, phone calls, conversations over drinks at conferences. Now I know that this might not feel like good news if you're launching a new brand, but trust me, you can turn this intel into your advantage. Here's exactly how you can become the customer that they actually want to work with. Step one, and that is rule them out. That's right. This isn't just about manufacturers deciding if you're worth their time. You're qualifying them as well. And you want to do it quick, clearly, and confidently, because here's the truth that most people won't tell you. Not all manufacturers deserve your business, and not all manufacturers are right for your business. Before you email blast every manufacturer you find on Google, I want you to slow down and do your homework and ask these questions. Can they even run your dosage form? Guess what? Some manufacturers might say they can make capsules and tablets, but if you need soft gels, they secretly outsource that to another supplier and charge you extra. Another question, are they even an actual manufacturer, or are they just a broker or salesperson in disguise? The bad players will promise you the world, low minimums, lightning fast turnarounds, and exclusive pricing just to grab your deposit. But once they have your money, communication slows down, delays pile up, and suddenly your launch is off track, or worse, never even happens. So your first job is to quickly rule out these shady players. Ask sharp, direct questions that separate the real manufacturers from the pretenders. Questions that immediately signal that you're serious and informed. Can you arrange third-party testing for me? Can my QA consultant review your documentation? Can you send me your NDA along with your sales contract? How do you handle mistakes or quality issues? And a simple one, are you a broker? A legitimate manufacturer will appreciate that you're prepared and professional. A shady one, however, will dodge these questions, and you'll know immediately who not to work with. So we've narrowed down your list of manufacturers. You've selected them, but have they selected you? Now we're going to kick things up a notch and give these manufacturers a clear reason to bet on you. Picture this scenario. Your younger cousin comes to you asking for a loan to launch a supplement business, but when you ask him about his formula, he shrugs. When you ask him about his target audience, he mumbles something about, people on Instagram. When you ask him about pricing, he just stares blankly, and his entire strategy boils down to boosting social media posts and ads and hoping for the best. Would you hand your hard-earned cash to this guy? Not a chance. Manufacturers feel exactly the same way. When you approach them without clarity, you're unsure about your ingredients, your packaging, your formula, or your sales strategy, they instantly think two things. That you're expecting them to do all the heavy lifting. And here's another industry secret for you. When manufacturers say that they offer R&D, they're mostly talking about making sure that your product looks, tastes, and smells appealing. They're not diving deep into the clinical studies or efficacy research. That's your job, not theirs, at least in their mind. The second thing that they're thinking is that they assume that you're a one and done customer. If you don't have a clear strategy, how will you sell your inventory? If you can't sell your inventory, you're not coming back for more. So how do you flip this? How do you inspire confidence and show these manufacturers that you're building a lasting brand, not just placing a one-time order? Well, you want to show them clearly that you've done your homework, you know exactly what ingredients you want and why. And maybe you care deeply about sustainable packaging. Maybe you're adamant about avoiding contaminants like PFAS and heavy metals. These specific choices show that you're serious and thoughtful. 2, you deeply understand your audience. A vague target like gym goers isn't enough, but soon-to-be grandfathers concerned about declining testosterone, that's a specific thing. That's a niche, and it proves you're dialed in. 3, you have a real growth plan, whether it's a solid distribution strategy or past experience successfully launching businesses. Manufacturers need some kind of assurance that you're not just winging it. 4, you're here for the long haul. You're building something bigger, a brand with a purpose capable of evolving into multiple products and creating genuine value. Here's the thing, people love backing an underdog with purpose. If a manufacturer believes in you, they'll bend over backward to help you succeed. They'll get back to you sooner. They don't mind requoting a formula to capture strategic formulation tweaks or give your project some extra attention beyond what your order size technically commands. You gotta show them you're worth betting on, because the good manufacturers are always looking for someone exactly like you to help win. All right, so let's say you've got a manufacturer who's willing to give you a shot. Great. But here's the thing. Working with a manufacturer isn't just a quick transaction. It's a long-term partnership built on trust, communication, and problem solving. And trust me, you are going to face hurdles, disagreements, and quality issues. It just comes with the territory. Imagine this. You finally get the quote back from your manufacturer, but it's double what you expected. What's your next move? Do you yell at your sales rep, demand a discount, and risk burning bridges? Especially when that rep is already juggling bigger accounts with tighter deadlines? Or do you take a deep breath and reassess your expectations and approach the conversation professionally? Or how about this? The supplier run tests and discovered an unexpected quality result. Do you panic and blame the manufacturer, or worse, scrap your entire project out of frustration? Or do you calmly work with your partner to find a clear and practical solution? Here's the reality. Top-tier manufacturers don't have time for disorganized, indecisive partners who constantly change their mind or request multiple quotes for 5 different formulas without any clear direction. So how do you stand out as someone they want to work with? First, you have to have a crystal clear vision. Know exactly what your product is for, who it's for, what it's supposed to do, and why it matters. Be decisive and specific. The other thing is you need to know your formula inside out. Ingredients, quantities, serving sizes, regulatory status of ingredients, and the purpose of each component. You don't need it locked down to 100%, but I would say you want to be around that 90 to 95% there. Manufacturers love clarity and hate guesswork. The other thing is you got to set realistic expectations. Be honest with your timelines and order sizes. Don't promise a 50,000 unit run or the next order when your budget can only handle 2,000. Transparency builds trust. The easier that you make their job, the more they'll want to help you succeed. They'll become more transparent, more proactive during setbacks, and quicker to offer alternative solutions. When you make their lives easier, everything else falls neatly into place, bringing you one step closer to successfully launching your brand. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't know how to build a formula, or I'm not sure what a realistic minimum order or lead time even looks like, or what does PO even stand for? What do you mean by overage, right? What exactly do I ask for in a quote? If that's you, you're in great company. Almost every new founder starts with the exact same questions. So what's your next move? Well, you've got 2 paths ahead. The first option is to take everything you've learned today, jump in and start calling manufacturers yourself. It's doable, but expect a steeper learning curve, plenty of trial and error, and possibly some costly mistakes along the way. Option 2 is you can fast track with some help. And if you want to shortcut your confusion and get it right from day one, here are a couple ways that I can help. So you can join my online training program, Supplement Startup Essential Training, aka SET. This is the complete step-by-step roadmap born from 20 years of experience in the supplement space. It covers the big topics that soon-to-be brands need: formulation, compliance, testing, sourcing, so that you can launch your first product successfully and confidently and legally. 2, you can book a one-on-one consultation. There, we're gonna dive into your product idea, nail down your formulation strategy, your operation, and I'll personally show you exactly what manufacturers want, so you can avoid getting ghosted, confused, or overcharged. Or 3, you can combine both for maximum results, right? You can get immediate access to the online training and pair it with personalized one-on-one guidance. It's the fastest, clearest, easiest path from idea to launch. And if you're ready to get started, check out the links in the description down below, and let's turn your idea into reality.